Dash. Guess who I have today, guys? I have my boy Boaster from Fnatic, and I'm going to ask him some questions. I want to pick his brain. I've actually never gotten to talk to you. I'm so excited right now, actually. Oh, my God. So I'm going to kick it off with a
what's up, man?
wide question for you, all right, Boaster? I'm not going to make you sing in Mandarin or anything crazy, but I'm going to ask you, what has changed with the meta in your eyes from Iceland looking into this event?
Oh, what has changed with the meta? Well, they brought out Breeze, so that changes everything in terms of like map pools and how you prepare maps. I'd say so. The meta in Iceland, I think the way that we approached it was very like high strat. We go execute mid round. I just call another execute mid round. Whereas the what prevailed was Sentinels, kind of like their protocols and the way they kind of defaulted and kind of felt the game as it went on, and then they went and like did their mid round reactions. Whereas this tournament, well, actually, and then Sentinels won because of that. And then this tournament, I think you've got both kind of styles forming together in what is like Gambit, Envy, and whatnot, and those teams seem to be on top right now. And like 100 Thieves, who knows what's going to be happening with them as well, because obviously that game's up next. But I think that's what's happening. You've got like a merge of both kind of strategical inputs, and boom.
It's actually insane to see all the different regions and the disparity between the play styles. How do you think the smaller regions are stacking up at this event compared to Iceland? Do you see any of these smaller regions, you know, progressing further at Champions? What has surprised you the most with those regions?
I'm really impressed with Crew. They made a roster change and it seemed to have paid off, but also they weren't as one-dimensional as they were in Iceland. I saw in Iceland when all it took was like I watched their VODs and I kind of knew their play style, and then they weren't really switching it up. Whereas when they came into this event, it looks like they actually had a lot more like not. They'd done their homework, but they really did a lot of server time and they had stuff and they were adapting to what enemies were doing. So I was really impressed with them. And I think just having more and more kind of these kind of scenes come in from each different regions and they get to come and experience this LAN just helps them kind of realize where they kind of are in terms of like the hierarchy of this game.
Yeah,
and I think that's what's cool.
Kind of going into your own region, I completely agree. I love how the regions have progressed, but going into your own region, this Gambit version has to be similar to the ones you guys are facing in scrims. I know you've probably played the two NA teams that we're about to see in scrims as well. How would you compare those teams to Gambit, and who do you think is going to take the tournament? I know you guys need Gambit to get out of LCQ, so you're rooting Gambit, but how would you rate these teams?
Yeah, I'm not sure how to go about this because if I say I think Gambit are going to win, am I going to jinx it? So I'm going to say I don't know who's going to win, but I do want Gambit to win. But based off like who I faced, we actually haven't played 100 Thieves in scrims, mainly because we saw that they were using KO, and I was like, there's no point us practicing KO right now because like we just think he's okay, but like he's not current meta, you know, so it doesn't seem like good practice. Whereas like we played against Envy, and I was really surprised about their kind of play style and how they kind of approach the map in terms of what I was saying earlier with like they default. FNS kind of feels it out. He often like prods each side of the map, then finds little timings, and then or they either just group up, execute, and go somewhere. So I think it's gonna be tough who's gonna win out of 100 Thieves and Envy, but in the finals, Gambit versus whoever they are against, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Oh, yeah, that's the cop out.
I have to.
Man, you're sitting on the fence on me. All right, I'll let you get away with that.
You know what I think. You know what I think, but I ain't saying it.
I know what you think. All right, man, that's all I got for you. You got any final words?
Honestly, Gambit, take me to Champions, baby!
Let's go.
But good luck to Envy and 100 Thieves and whatnot.
All right, thanks so much, Boaster. Back to you on the desk, Dash.